Good evening, good evening, good evening. Welcome to Train Sim World 4, where we'll be taking a trip to Austria, as you can see in the title, with the Rosenheim, and Salzburg route. I get that wrong almost every single time I mention it. Right, let's get straight into it. I don't think I've driven this route since release. I don't remember it being requested. I know Samaritan was requested a couple times during the request the route streams. Other than that, though, I think, yeah, it's been pretty much since release that we haven't played this. So let's get into it. We've got so I think initially, without any lays or anything, it comes with the 111, the 4024, the 185.2, and I think that's it. And then obviously if you've got all of these other trains, then they layer on as well, which was really, really cool. I remember that being like almost like a standout feature, not necessarily a standout feature, but almost a standout feature. So yeah, it looks like it's gonna be busy. Well, I hope it's busy. At the end of the day, realistically, whether it's busy or not, it depends on the timetable, not the trains themselves. So we'll see. Right, so I think it's only right, really, we get started with the 111. I look like you want to get started with the 628 because I don't know. There's just something about this train that I like. There's just something about it that I like. So we'll do, I don't think this runs fully where the 111 runs. Okay, yeah, not at all. The longest run on here is 16 minutes long. So what we can do, we can take it 111, which is a full length, which takes, how long does that take? About an hour and a quarter, more or less. What does the 116 run on? I guess it's the same, but freight. Oh no, we've got some passenger. Where is it? This one. Okay. This is what I think we'll do. We'll run a 111. We'll run a 4024. We'll run a... This is if time permits. Realistically, if time permits. We'll run a 111. We'll do a 4024. And then we'll do a freight service. I don't mind running a Dosto service because we've got a mod that greatly improves it compared to what it was before. And then I guess if we have time for the 628, maybe we'll give it a run. But I think, yeah, let's start with the 111. It's been a while since I've run this train. And yeah, see how we go. Let's do a 730 service. I'm gonna turn dynamic weather off. I really wish I would see a patch note one day from Dovetail that says something along the lines of dynamic weather adjusted. Expect less rain, basically. Hello, Domby. How you doing, mate? Welcome to the stream. That would be cool. I think at that point, I would try turning back on the dynamic weather. But until then, just don't see a point, really. Put it in forwards. I think we can unlock the doors now while we do everything else. So we turn the brake key on. Right, it's been a while. It has been a while. Let's see if I even remember how to drive this train at all. Reduced or normal? Well, they're not even set to headlights yet. I'm sure it's going to be somewhere here. Signal lights. Train lights on. There we go. I think that's it. Or no, I'm still seeing tail lights. Train and power on. There's a throttle. There's a door controls. Okay. Okay. I think it's everything in front of us. Now let's go over here. How do we get the headlights on? Oh, here we go. There you go, headlights. So where's PZB, LZB, and on the lot? Not here. Is there an engine room in this unit? Nope, can't go through. So how do you turn on PZB and whatnot? I'm just going to do it through here. Through the shortcuts. But I'm sure there's a way to do it properly. Anyway, headlights are now on. Would love to have this screen on as well, and this screen. Actually, really? Is it just nothing on this screen? That sucks. Right, I remember there was a little way, isn't there, to handle this train. Oh, they're in the other cab. Okay, Domi, thank you for letting me know. Thank you for letting me know. Right, so I remember I didn't use the run up and run down stuff. Maybe I could have done with a bit more practice. But when I was using them, I just couldn't. I just couldn't really get comfortable with the whole thing. Right. I need to get locked in because we've got PZB. CFAR is basically the same as DSD or DVD in UK trains. So we've basically sort of been dealing with that. We haven't been dealing with anything on the sort of same level as PZB though. So let's try and keep an eye out on that. It's been a while. I haven't messed with PZB since my return to Train Sim World. So this is going to be interesting. We should be alright though, realistically. We were just having a conversation, was it yesterday or the day before, about PZB and about how it's not too bad. I was saying it wasn't too bad. I think I was talking to Punk. So let's see. Hello Malibu. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I hope you enjoyed the trip. It's quite dark in the cab, isn't it? Let's see. Oh, I should have really looked into it when we were stopped. It's going to be a bit risky. There you go. Ride it up a little bit. Hey, hello Transport Legend. How you doing, mate? Welcome to the stream. Here's our first PZB challenge. I think we handled it pretty well. We're good. Oh well, no we're not. Not until we get to 80 kilometers. Oh no, it's 85, isn't it? So yeah, we are good. We are good. We'll keep her at 80 though. The usual standard for German train drivers, from what I understand, is to remain 5 kilometers an hour below the speed limit, whatever that is. Takes a little time for the power to kick in, but I love that. You need to treat this loco with care. 55 is 105 kilometers an hour, 70 Oh, for the speed limits, yes, Domi. Although, I haven't really experienced going above 185 kilometers. Basically, from my experience, what I've found is, in terms of speeds, you're limited at 55 and 70 settings. 85, shoot for the stars. That's sort of my experience. So when I see 85, I'm not really worried about the top limit. It's more the speed that you need to go down to under the 1000 hertz restriction. I don't want to jinx it, but I believe this route was pretty decent for performance as well, isn't it? This route I don't have is worth $23.99, so I'm not getting much use of floating barrel cover. It's still there. Wasn't that Sameric barn that had that floating land? So we were looking at the layers not too long ago, Transport Legends, and there's a lot of trains that can run on here. It comes with 3, if I'm not mistaken, initially, but if you have all the necessary layers, there's so many things you can run. As for like the experience as you drive, have a look with me, because this is the first time I'm running it, I think since release, bearing in mind I'm running a few mods here and there, but more or less you'll get a taste of the I'm not running any timetable mods, so what you'll see for the timetable is what you get, regardless whether you're on console or not, or PC. Bearing in mind though, I've got all the layers. That's what I remember about this train. It can move. It gets to a point where it can really move. Hey, hello Nabil. What route did you buy? Can you comment on the Roblox game he's doing? I was outside earlier. Oh my god, mouse. Sorry, mouse. I misread that. Right, nice. Finally, back to normality. I don't have a comment on the TSW Tycoon thing for what it is, but for it as an idea, unless they're bringing in new employees, not just moving the ones that work on TSW, but unless they're bringing new ones in, right, they are not in a position to be working on other games with Train Sim on being in the state that it's in. How can it take you 1 year? 1 year to bring in a train. I don't care how detailed it is. It took you 1 year to bring in a train, and you're going to look at other pastures. They don't even have the capacity for TSW, let alone a whole different game. So honestly, it's just typical Dovetail. And the thing is, well, I guess they're going to find a way to monetize it, because I was going to say, it's not even going to bring them money, but they'll find a way. They'll probably have like some subscription thing on the game that's paid. We know how Dovetail will operate, man. So as an idea, and the whole thing about bringing in, like, trying to reach a new audience, like a younger audience, isn't the simplicity of Train Sim more than some trains, their refusal to make the game more difficult, isn't the excuse they use for that is that there's a younger audience in the game? So make your minds up. Are you going to cater to a younger audience in Train Sim, or are you going to cater to a younger audience in Roblox? And if you're going to cater to the young audience in Roblox, then I would expect the average level of difficulty for TSW to go up a little bit. I missed something. I did the band. I don't know what I did. We'll put the brakes on max, but I don't know what I did. I think I missed, maybe I missed speed limit reduction. The helper didn't give me anything, so I'm not quite sure what's happened here. I'm certain it's user error. I just don't know what the error was, unfortunately. Who the fuck thought that was a good idea? I mean, Tim. I mean, just look at the decisions that TSW make. You know, there's a lot of things they do that kind of raise that question: who the f thought this was a good idea? Probably in-game stuff you can buy with Robux. That's what I'm thinking. I've seen a few of those games where you can pay for a better experience one way or another, and that's exactly what they're gonna do. And I will say this: if they are going to do that, as they're saying, they're trying to cater to a younger audience, that is pure evil. You're gonna take advantage of kids. If you're saying that I'm going to do this thing for the younger audience, to try and do an outreach sort of thing for the younger audience, but then do it so that it's like pay to win or pay to have more fun, that is evil. That's preying on kids. A lot of games do it. It doesn't get spoken about enough. It does get spoken about a little bit if you look at the right sources. but it doesn't get spoken about enough. It happens. Games love to take advantage of younger kids for obvious reasons. Hey, hello Simon, how you doing, mate? I am well, thank you. How are you, man? It's been a while. Good route, this one. It is a good route. I was saying earlier I was a little surprised that it didn't really get requested too much when I would do the requester route streams. So far so good with this local, aside from the little PZB issue that happened a couple of minutes ago. I keep clicking right. I told you, Nabil, I told you, bro. I said by the time you get your new mouse, you would have got used to the way that you were using your old one. That is funny. You'll get used to it again. Give it like 2-3 days max, and you'd have completely broken that habit. How many 101 services are there? How long are they? 101. I don't know. I can't tell you off the top of my head. We'll have to wait and see after this run. I can't tell you off the top of my head. I love the lighting in here, man. Bearing in mind, I've had to use God modes to increase the lighting in here because it was very dark inside the cab. But now that I can actually see everything, I love like the lights in the gauge cluster. Oh, we didn't slow down enough. That's an L. Probably a bit more, not much on the PC, I understand, because I've had me over. Oh yeah, you said, I forgot. You did say. Hello Josh, how you doing, mate? Intercity services are about one every 2 hours in each direction. Okay, well that will give you a fair idea then, roughly. Most are 101s. They take just over an hour, thinking about half the stops. Ah, where you live? I live in London, mate. I live in London. Right, I guess we need to be a bit harsher with the brakes then. I'm trying to please the passengers a little too much, which has caused us to be a couple of minutes late now. I'm actually sort of conscious now of how I drive the trains. Before I used to just accelerate as hard as I need to and brake as hard as I need to get to where I need to. I don't necessarily like focus on it, on passenger comfort, but the passengers are definitely having a better time than they once did. That's for damn sure. So far, have we seen any traffic? I think we had one train come the other way since we began, so meh. For sort of entering the morning rush hour, there hasn't really been much action. There was a lot of action just then with the starters. Hello, Mr. Punk. Okay, so it's like more or less like minimum level 2 braking. Step 2 braking. Although this is a long ass platform. It's LD going to train some more tour. Well, Tim requested this yesterday. But obviously I'm not taking sort of active requests like during this stream. So I thought, well, we've done quite a bit of Scotland over the last few weeks, so I took it as an opportunity to change up the scenery a little bit. Oh, there's like a bassy sound coming from near the engine room. Do you have Semmering installed? I've got everything, Simon. All the routes, all the train stuff. So yes, in terms of like trains on the train selection screen for this route, there was a heck of a lot of trains. Does that affect the timetable? As I was saying earlier, I don't believe so. It will affect what trains you see, but I don't think it will have a bearing on when you see those trains. Takes a minute to get going. I'm so annoyed that the train I wanted most of all is out in 2 days and it's too bloody expensive. Yeah. I hope people are still making noise on the forums and stuff about the 101 and its price and the fact that you have to pay for the cab car. But the reality is, whether we're making noise or not, Dovetail are going to do what they're going to do. It's like literally, unless the whole community speaks out, because we have seen them reconsider certain decisions before, but it took a lot of noise. Like when I would browse the forums, it would take the whole forum being in like one voice for them to reconsider something they wanted to do. I appreciate, by the way, thinking about getting this on the extra 101. Honestly, Tim, if it's about a train that you can only use on 2 routes and a whole route and it looks bloody decent to me, I'm not gonna lie, I'm really enjoying the scenery. Again, bearing in mind I am running a couple of mods here and there, I would say take this, man. Especially as it's only $23.99 apparently, or you know, the US equivalent. I would say buy this now and wait for a sale for the 101 if you really, really want the 101. Next one should be the US, if you know what I'm saying. I mean, look, it can be. It can be. I'm open to it. If you want to see the US. Why are we accelerating? Oh my god, I had it and run up. I was meant to have it on 1%. Here's some traffic. Some more traffic. Be a day one purchase for me. But 40 bucks is outrageous. It's outrageous indeed. Indeed, man. I found the timetable to be pretty good. I think Semmering adds Austrian into these services, but yeah, most of the swaps. US community pools trying to get a brand new timetable. With that timetable, it wasn't just that a lot of people were making noise about it, it's that it was consistent. From what I remember, it was just on and on and on and on and on, and Dovetail finally said, okay, you know what, let's bloody listen to them for once. When you give them no other choice, They do budge. It just takes them getting to that point of no other choice. That's sort of the key. Cab looks like, oh, I love what the cab of this cab, Tim. If we're talking about this cab, I love it as well. It's just that old school feel. It is an old school cab at the end of the day, which, you know, it makes sense. But I really like it, man. That sort of dull green. I love it. Look at the mountains in the distance. It's gorgeous, man. This is gorgeous. Was this done using using LiDAR? Because the mountains look pretty damn good. I'm only one person, but the best message I can send other than going over the phone. I've a lot of that. Same. It's to not buy it. It's not selling to me. That's it. That's it. But you've got people that will just buy anything for the sake of it, for no other reason than, I don't know, for the sake of it. I still can't get my head around that one comment I saw, and there were a few more, by the way, but this one particular one stuck with me during the live stream, the 101 live stream, when someone commented, because everyone was complaining, 90% of chat was complaining about the price, and then someone said something along the lines of, well, it's not 100 euros, so why are you not complaining? Just that sort of brain-dead mentality, man. That's where they're trying to the standards. I wish all trades were made to high standards, really. That's what it comes down to at the end of the day, really, isn't it? All trades should be made to a high standard. Instead, we get one trade made really well and another trade that makes you question your own sanity. Just like what we've seen over the years with Tracing Classic. That was a pattern of Tracing Classic. Some DLC was mind-blowing from Dovetail themselves. And then others makes you think, okay, is there like an apprentices division? And they were given this, or what? Because it doesn't make sense. We kind of fumbled this approach a little bit. But again, rather safe than sorry. The brakes seem to need a bit more oomph. So kind of is what it is. Here's a 628. Been wondering when when we were gonna see it. Nicht einsteigen. Oh, we're at the part very, very close to the 628. Why does it say 928 on it, by the way? Wait, correct me if I'm wrong, my people, but isn't this meant to be like the train, like the train, like the train name or code, if that makes sense? So it should be 628. Why is it 928? I could just be tweaking, as I do a lot of the time, but I don't think I am. Look at the mountains in the distance, man. This is a really nice street. It's very chill. It's very chill. So is the timetable, but you don't get bored. Like there's enough in the scenery to keep you busy. To a degree, of course. Asking way too much, Tim. You gotta remember who you're dealing with, mate. Someone on the forum said it should be more expensive. Of course, and that kind of person is the reason I don't go on the forums anymore. And it's worked out very well for me, in case anyone's wondering. For 30 quid, I'd expect all the missing and city coaches and lasers and everything. 30 quid is a lot of money. 30 quid is a lot of money. But hey, 928 is for unpowered cars. Oh. Makes sense. There you go. There's some new knowledge for me. 628 is the engine, that's with the trailing gear. Right. Okay. So the other one on the other side would have had 628 on it. It's a little detail I've never noticed. Thank you guys for the knowledge. So does it then go through there? Because the runs on it were very short, like 4 minutes. The longest one was like 13 minutes, I think, for the 628. You don't really ever need to have this above like 70% power, 60% power. It takes a little while to get moving, not too long, but it does take a little bit to get moving. But once it does, it's a breeze, man. This right here reminds me of those American highways, not highways, but those American roads in the desert that are just straight, and you can see it for miles ahead of you. Still an incomplete station, that's what gets me. What channel are you talking? The 101? Samo? Playable 628 runs are all between Salzburg and Freilassing by phases near and road stations. Okay, okay. The mountains to the right don't look like they've been created with LiDAR. But the ones ahead of us do, and I'm just wondering if it's because of the distance. Because the ones to our right are a lot closer. Yeah, they don't look bad actually. I'm surprised when I hear reverb in this game. It's not in every train, is it? Shouldn't it be a train by train feature? It should just be a cool thing. Oh, we should be stopping. I was looking at the end of the platform, but the stop markers are a long way before then. It's quite loud, isn't it? I mean, the one that comes to the third company. Bistro Cafe. Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna get inside, it's very, very loud. It's very reminiscent of the Samaringbahn, Samaringbahn formation, only coming with second-class coaches. It's that sort of energy. It's just what TSW does, man. I don't understand why spend so much time and effort into something and only half-ass it. Like, that's time and effort that all those developers are not gonna get back. Whatever money Dovetail has invested, that's not coming back. So why not give it your all, man? Why half-ass it? What's the point? Hello, Matthews. It's going very well, thank you, mate. How are you doing? Welcome to the stream. It's a corner cutting that frustrates me. And then they blame it on time or whatever excuse they have in their pockets at the time. And it comes back to that same old thing of there's so much potential. That word, that key word, potential. Hey, we'll see what TSW5 gives us in it. It's just another spin of the roller coaster again. It's going to be the same stuff we've seen. Some stuff's going to be great, some stuff's going to be good, some stuff's going to be trash. Some prices are going to be ridiculous. The audacity of some developers is going to be ridiculous. We're going to be upset, we're going to be happy, we're going to be upset, we're going to be happy. And then TSW6 is going to be announced. Actually, don't forget, some features are going to be announced for TSW5 that aren't going to come until TSW6. Don't forget that one. And then you're going to have the same complaints that everyone was making last year and the year before that are going to fade away over time. The mod that I've got for the Dosto is really nice. It's mainly audio focused, but that's where the vanilla version of the Dosto is lacking, in my opinion. So it's a really nice addition. There's so much good in the game and not quite as good. That's the thing. Like, what other game is there that's like TSW in that it offers you so many trains, so many routes, a handful of countries. Simrail's great, but you don't get as many trains. You don't get different countries. So if you want this particular experience, you have no choice but to play TSW. I'm getting better off some broken ankles and people. Oh my god. I'm glad that you're getting better now, Matthews. That sucks, man. Why is it these trains are coming at buses? We won't see one for a good while. And when we see them, there'll be 2 or 3 at a time. Or is that just Dovetail forcing the busyness when you're driving a freight service? My expectations for Dovetail Alive will be the same as the last year, exactly what you're saying. Great Route 1 train, good University, as an there anywhere, good you'll see these trains. That's it. Because one thing you have to remember is that it's the same game. Ultimately, it's going to be the same game. So don't expect... You know, we're not dealing with a bunch of new developers with new ideas, with new creativity, with new skills. It's the same bunch. So, you know, if you're expecting anything other than TSW4 and TSW3 and a bit of TSW2 really, I don't think your expectations are realistic. They're more of a fantasy. I'm sure I get it though, even though what you get is not terrible. No, the reality is that's the thing. With the bundles for these games, they are an incredible deal. Like let's be honest, they're an incredible deal. You get the base game, whatever that means. I forget a base. I don't even know what a base game. What's a base game of Train Sim World? It's just a bunch of routes. There's no forget calling it a base game. You get 3 routes for the price of 1 and a bit, or for the price of 2. Worst case scenario for the price of 2. So in terms of that, good deal. But I love the issue with that then is What if I don't want these routes? And that was what a lot of people had issue with when it came to TSW4. Nobody really wanted the TSW4 core routes, but they wanted the other ones. And they didn't really have the option. But ultimately, at the end of the day, forgetting sort of preference, you get 3 routes for the price of a couple. You get a free route, basically. And the tendency seems to be that with the release routes, they're actually of a decent quality. So... And I don't think many people are going to complain about the West Coast mainline. Well, to be honest, okay, so with the East Coast mainline, again, I don't know much about these lines, but from what I've seen in terms of requests and stuff like that, a lot of people are saying East Coast mainline, East Coast mainline, East Coast mainline for years. But then when Dovetail did it, it was a rubbish part of the East Coast mainline. It was arguably, from what I've been reading, the most boring section of it. So I'm seeing the West Coast mainline, and I've seen a bit of noise about the West Coast mainline. But what if Dovetail just do it again? They just get the boring portion of the West Coast mainline. Ultimately, we'll see. But it's no longer a thing where Dovetail can announce the name of a route or a famous line, and then it'll be like, oh my god, it's gonna be amazing, because they might just take the worst part of it. What was that? What was that one recently? The American one. Forgive me for not knowing the name of it. Surfliner, something of the sort. Like, I always hear a lot of excitement about that and a lot of requests for it. But what if we get it but done in a really rubbish way? Then what? It's no longer about the route then. Having to pay for future core updates. So yeah, we've always known that's trash. Yeah, there's no argument against that, to be honest. It should definitely be a thing where core updates should come to all train sim mod iterations. But if they want to limit certain DLC for whatever reason, then I guess they're in their right to do that. Not a fan of it, but because realistically, every DLC that's released for TSW4 could have been released for TSW3. And I'm pretty certain every DLC that's going to be released for TSW5, including the core routes, could just be released now. Pacific Surfliner, thank you too. Because I like British and German road, there's a good chance I like at least 2 of the 3. Well, I'm not gonna lie. I'm thinking we might get the Tadami line as a core route. What if they switch the whole thing? Or what if we get a Japanese, an Austrian, and then the last one is one of the 3 countries that we usually get? So it's not even guaranteed that we'll get those countries, Simon. They need to do selection tabs selling the routes you want. Yeah. Make it so that, okay, so you're in Steam or whatever, PS Store, Microsoft Store, whatever it is. You select Train Sim World, and then you have to select 3 routes. But those 3 routes are up to you. That would be incredible. If you can select any of the 3 routes that have come up previously, that means that maybe that could even work for TSW in a sense that if somebody doesn't want like a new route off the bat, maybe they'll get some 3 older routes, but then they'll see that everyone's talking well of the new routes, the core routes, and then people would then spend money on those routes as well. But no, they just force you to do what they want you to do, and that's it. How dare you have an opinion? That's just the most non-brain dead way to go about it. Select Train Sim Mod 4, and then the thing will tell you, please select 3 routes with your purchase. Like, doesn't that just make more sense than forcing us to have particular routes? And it's not like they force us to have those routes and then give them updates and DLC down the line. All we've gotten for East Coast Mainline and stuff like that are bug fixes. But as I tend to say, if it makes sense, Dovetail probably wouldn't do it. Dovetail's only ops is common sense. It's only one op is common sense. There isn't a boring part of the West Coast mainland in the same way. Oh, really? Okay. Well, that's good then. That's good news to me. All parts of the West Coast mainland are scenic or busy or both. Well, then if they're busy, Simon, let's get all the bloody layers we need. What if we look at Birmingham? Look at Birmingham. look at Manchester. What goes on in those stations? Like, yes, it might be busy in real life, but we also need it to be busy in game. And Dovetail don't have a good history with bringing in busy stations or busy lines and making them very, very, very quiet. Austria like too, and Switzerland, most of Europe really. Again, they just need to be done well, man. That's like, there are so many routes that would be fine. So many countries that would be fine. They just need to be done well. Berlinerland has a special place in my heart, even though I haven't played it much. But just the fact that in the back of my mind, I know, should I play it, I'm going to have a gorgeous scenic experience. It makes me like it. It was an investment worth making. But then you got a Rosa line, also in a very scenic part of Switzerland. But everyone hates it. I'm thinking, slash well, hoping core routes was good, man. Let's have a free night. Maybe to Derby or Dortmund or Berlin. That would be great, man. All of those would be good. The West Coast Mail, I will need at least 2 new trains. Too much to ask, mate. Way too much to ask. 2 new trains. You're joking. How dare you think we're going to get 2 new trains without paying? Without paying for the extra one as a DLC. I don't know about Tadar maybe in a point, you know. Yes, that is actually a good point. I think so far we've been 3 for 3 for all the new core routes being Dovetail, isn't it? That's a very good point. That I didn't consider. Very well. So we might just get the usual then. German / Austrian, UK and US. It's gonna be that. United must be 50. Blade of 7 to... Oh man. Okay, what? So if we get like the London end, yeah. I also hope that Dovetail actually just utilize what trains we have. Like you've said, we've got the 710, we've got the Baker Loop, we've got the class 1972 class. So let's get him in. Let's get him in. Why include a part of that route that doesn't have those trains, whereby we have those trains in the game? Yeah, when will I learn, right? Listen, we're all hopeful. And it's a sort of same mental pattern of, ooh, maybe we'll have this and that and that. And then you're like, oh, right, it's tough to tell. I feel as if we're asking for way too much. That's what Legend, the thing is, generally speaking, we're really not. What all that is that we're putting out here right now are standard stuff, really, for the routes that we're getting, right? But who are we asking? That's when it now becomes, are we asking too much or are we not asking enough? And unfortunately in this situation we are asking for a little too much. Oh, why Dovetail don't do a route from Berlin? I don't know if they do. There's a lot of Germany that it doesn't make sense for Dovetail to not have touched yet. It doesn't make sense. But they haven't touched it yet, so it doesn't matter whether it makes sense to you or not. Dovetail aren't in the business of things making sense or not. They're in the business of making money. And then they get upset when you call them lazy, Tim. And fair enough, we're not saying they're sitting down doing nothing at all. Everything we see right now in front of us, it's taken work. It's taken some time. It's taken some effort, yes. But could that effort and time have been directed just a little bit better? I wouldn't mind paying a little more for 2 trains. Just getting a route that would be complete 3 years later, if ever. That's so frustrating. Yep. That's the thing. A lot of us will actually pay for certain things happily. Just give us value for money, and you will get our money. Don't charge us 30 quid for a train, 36 euros, $40 for a train. That's not value. I'm also going to be upset. Bloody human. We don't like getting violated. We don't like being taken advantage of. There's a 101. It was the layers. I didn't get any mods for the layers. I just remember the 101 has a really nice mod, an enhancement pack. Makes more sense to stop there anyway, really. No one's going to be using this crossing. With Germany, DTG have such freedom because they can build a modern routes anywhere near about 20 trains. I don't know why they don't just build a flipping network, man. Just build a network that connects. I think it was Nabil that showed me a map one time of like all the gaps where all the gaps would fit a route perfectly. A route by Dovetail standards, like the usual length and stuff like that. But they don't do it. Varaba came out a year ago and I never play it, though it's a route I love IRL, but the traffic isn't there. Even with the Semarang layering on, right, it's still not great. I actually don't mind that route too tough. Maybe because I don't play it enough. Maybe if I was to play it regularly, I'd get sick of it quite quickly. But I do have a decent time whenever I get on it, honestly. Especially now that I understand how the neutral sections work. The thing is, I've always understood neutral sections, but a lot of the time they're not simulated. So when they are, it's like, what's going on? It seems like something's broken when really it's working perfectly. Also, this sounds for the 4024 on. I've heard that countless times. I'm quite thankful that I don't really have experience with that train IRL, or just like watching videos of it and stuff, because the amount of complaints that I've seen about that train. Now, we're gonna run it after this. Warning. I do have a couple of is it one or two enhancement packs for that train. Now I'm expecting them to have improved the audio through those mods. Have they or not? I don't know. Again, I'm not familiar with that train in reality, but we'll see. I'm not quite sure how long those services are because I haven't seen a single one. Schwanstein's quite good in this route because there are 3 branches with AI. Alright, well hopefully it's busy then. I've chosen a time that should have been busy. Morning rush hour. I like this little path to the left with the lamps. Would be an enjoyable route otherwise. I suppose I just go with miles mine's better. Well it crosses it. It crosses over it. And I think someone found like that it's actually possible if they really wanted to have joined them up. But hey, no one's really making noise about the fact that Rivet Games gave us 2 routes, by the way. The whole of Edinburgh to Glasgow is in 5 Circle. I don't know why no one really makes noise about that. We've got the whole Edinburgh to Glasgow route on the 5 Circle. And you could drive it. Now, yes, if you want it timetabled, there's a mod for it. It's not available on consoles. But there's a way to drive it, if I'm not mistaken, on consoles. I might be wrong. I think it's free roam. In free roam, you can also spawn a train and then, yeah, do your thing. That's literally what we've been asking about, but no one cares. I guess because it's probably like a bug or something. And did Rivet Games not think to themselves, maybe the performance issues that we're seeing, which we're going to use as an excuse for making the route bare, maybe those performance issues are coming from the fact that we have a whole other DLC attached. Did they not think of that? No? It's quite odd to me. They haven't added this American layer in 4. There should be more. Oh, what a shame. Again, why do it half-assed? Why do it half-assed? Why do it at all? How silly. How silly, man. How silly. How silly. 1 every 2 hours. Not OCT, but regional 1. 4024. A few miles of Shanty start. Otherwise, go run along the high speed for a bit branch in front of the brilliant experience. It would be a brilliant experience, man. It really would be. Once you got Wales and me running, it's just something that'd be. I don't know. Fair enough, LZB is a realistic. It's a real life thing, right? It's a real life system. But what a lot of people complain about usually with TSW is with trains like the Electro Star is the lack of feeling. LZB is also pilot. I'd be surprised if people raise their hands for more LZB stuff. I don't mind it. I like it. I can just kick back and not worry about PZB, not worry about anything. I think it's just CIFA, isn't it, that continues to go on manually when you're in LZB. I like it. I can just chill. But yeah, I think for the majority, people like to get involved with the trains. Same as for Brighton, Hagen, and shit like yeah. All on tours, yeah. London commuter and East Coast are the worst offenders, I think. It's one section of track. But hey, Mass come out and said that it's impossible because of how the routes were built. Right, I don't know what's lying, what's not anymore. Don't tell. So even if it is impossible, I really want to know how. And I'm waiting. Let's also not forget, we still don't have full access to the editor, another feature alongside suspension improvements that was marketed for TSW4. But I was gonna say I can't wait for the full editor to be released, if it ever will be released, and people start doing exactly all the things that Dovetail said were not possible. Hello Nabil. Welcome back. LZB is more fun on classic routes than high speed that don't come through normal stations. Yeah. Better than going through tunnels, and that's about it. I've done all sorts of stuff and you're still driving. Yeah. Do you want me to sit as a passenger? If there was a guard mode, maybe we could have explored that, but TSW5 isn't here yet, so until then, we're chilling. But yes, it is the same route, Nabil. If that was what you were getting at. Code to Duisburg would give you that focus about and many others. Those are the routes that would just make sense coming to TSW. The Bill's been crying out for an was it is it S-Bahn, isn't it? The Bill's been crying out for an S-Bahn route for a minute, and rightfully so. There's no excuse to not have one and to not have another one by now. The only notifications I get from YouTube is live stream copyrighted, live stream blocked, live stream globally blocked. Motherfucker, it's not gonna make a difference to me. I keep saying they should have done 20% of Castle Wurzburg way more interesting overall, more stations, high speed only, and then Frankfurt and one half was too much. The way for HR extended. HR extended and TOD4. That'll be a banger, man. Again, it's just too much to ask. We need to start giving Dovetail like basic ass requests if we want to see what we ask for come alive in the game. It's got to be basic and bare in one train only. If the community started crying out for single line routes only, they'd jizz in their pants. They'd love it. They would absolutely love it. I'm good now, mate. Thank you, Transport Legend. Me too, man. Me too. Have a good night, my man. Even the current Frankfurt got a bit boring. A lot of tunnels. HR extended isn't jumping banging for ages. I think anything really would be more interesting than Castle Wurzburg. The only reason I enjoyed going through the journey mode that I've now completely lost, by the way, all my progress for the 3 core routes from TSW3 is all gone. All my stuff from Caron Pass, which is like Caron Pass, it's a task to drive that train. I completed the whole journey mode for it. I've lost that. Castle Wurzburg, hours and hours and hours gone down the drain. Don't remember what the UK, Southeastern High Speed. I think I lost my stuff for that as well. But the only reason I enjoyed going through that journey mode anyway was the fact that I could just turn off PZB, turn on turn off CFA, turn on LZB, and once we get into the LZB section, I let the game play by itself, and then I go and eat or like relax. TOD4, TSW4 standards and a new vehicle because of HD. Yeah. Oh boy, we're not making this stop. If we do, fair play to the brakes. Oh no, actually we are. We are. Easily. I just saw the numbers running down and I panicked, but I think we're good. Yeah, no, we're good. This thing's got solid brakes. When you apply enough of them. That's the trick. I'd like to see X-Wagon and the old S-Bahn coaches. It would be nice to have like an old school German route, wouldn't it? Like a Blackpool to Preston sort of equivalent, like 80s, 90s maybe. I'd love to see like some of the older German stuff. I'm not really familiar with it, but I feel like I would enjoy it. One more stop to go. An ICE2 is really all we're missing right now, ain't it? I think we'll get an ICE4 for ICE2. You think so, Sim? To be fair, actually, yeah. I think honestly it's a 50-50. Because I didn't expect us to get an ICE1. I don't think anybody expected us to get that. Hello, Nico. First, I want to see the ICE4. ICE4 is too complex. You think so, Nabil? In what way? Sorry, I'm saying he thinks so as if I know the train. How is it too? How would it be too complex? Oh, German stuff is excellent. So I've heard. So I've heard. The most fun I can have in TSW at the moment. What stock do you play with, Tim? Or what routes? Have you got the 218? IC2 is so similar to IC1, so it should be a relatively quick win. Okay, well then that's probably most likely what we'll see first then, if it's less work to create. This was nice. I hope we don't get done by PZB. Many Linker. Oh yeah, of course, Link Ranch, Bremen Oldenburg as well, isn't it? I forgot about them. Okay, we do have a few German classics, alright. E2 tank engine, hello mate, welcome to the stream. The IC4 in 3 variants, 7 car, 12 car, 13, 20. Okay, so if it was to come, we'd see all of them, I'm sure. We are driving the 111, the Deutsche Bahn BR 111. I cannot believe when I see less than 20 gigabytes of RAM being used. What were we doing beforehand? And there's all those mods. There's quite a lot that could appear on an old German route, just a new livery, IC 101, 218, 145. We just have such a plethora of German stock. Like, the game's begging for these German routes, man. Old or new. I don't drive that enough, man. Thank you very much for the follow. Was that you, E2? Yes, it was. Thank you very much for the follow, my friend. Appreciate it. My day's going well, thank you. My day's going well. How's your day going, E2? I bet we're going to see all variants with the IE 2377, etc. Again, just too much work for Dovetail. That's what it boils down to. Maybe we can see all the variants for the same price. I mean, say like they brought a train in, a particular logo or EMU, whatever it would be, and it came with several variants. Some that we can use in game and would be realistic, and maybe some that we can't use in game right now, maybe for the future. And they were priced maybe £5 more. I'd buy it. If it was £10 more, I'd consider. But I would definitely spend more money to get extra variants, for sure. And I'm sure a lot of people would as well. Basically, every car in IT4 acts as its own train. Damn. Or maybe we'll get it for TSW6 then. They spent 1 year doing their expert 101 with all its intricacies, right? So we'll just take them a year, innit? Oh god, hello. Wow. That was a 101 stream stutter. Jesus Christ. Electronic vehicle control system, the architecture, flexible focus, and the future. I guess that's just sort of like where we're going with tech in terms of trains and stuff, but it's good and bad. It's bad for us train nerds. But I guess it's good for the masses, ultimately. They should add more German trains. E2, do you know how many German trains we have in the game, mate? Yes, it's literally what we're discussing. Bringing in more German trains, but we've got a ton right now. I think we could do with some, less in some other countries with more trains. Next one on one stream, I'll start. Literally, there you go. Looks like we're going to be stopped just before Freilassing. I tried with the pronunciation, I tried. Yeah, I'd pay more for the diesel IT for the PO5 circle. We should get like a remaster of the Great Western Express, you know. I think I panicked a little bit there with the brakes. I don't think. I panicked a little bit. But I'd rather panic and stop too early than, just like yesterday, waste a whole run. And have to hang my head in shame. You should have said, what did I do? As a reaction like Lucas. Is that how he reacted to the start? Oh, Jesus Christ, I didn't even notice. Wow. Got some intercity coaches along with some 363s. I've never seen them bunched up together like that. Oh god, hello. Another 363. Some Dosto coaches. Another 363. We've got 185. Another 185. Several talents at Freilassing. We've got a 628 as well. Decent bit of action. Got some freight wagons, sorry. With another 185 in MRCE livery. Another 363. Jesus Christ, how many 363s have we got here? A lot. Where's the phone? Where's our phone? Should be here. No, there it is. Look how late we're running, and we've got a red signal. Was a train put ahead of us? Maybe. What about a German steam train? That was, well, steam. Number one, that would be very scary for me. Number two, steam physics are just not in a good place right now, and Dovetail have more or less confirmed they're no longer working on them, so we're not going to see any more steam. And even if we do see more steam trains, if the physics are what they are, they're not going to be great. I'll take some Dutch Belgian trains. I wouldn't mind seeing a Dutch route, man. With all the noise that the Dutch love to make, I really wouldn't mind seeing a train or seeing a route there. Wouldn't mind French stuff as well. Yeah, that's a good shout. That's a good shout. The Eurostar would just be tunnel, E2. Realistically, it wouldn't just be tunnel, you know what I mean, but 90% of it would be tunnel. And well, if you look at the feedback Castle to Wurzburg got, which was about 80% tunnel, you'd see why I don't think we're gonna see the Eurostar come anytime soon. You pronounce Freilassing perfectly, thank you. A red signal becomes green, hopefully indeed. Yeah. Should we speed up time a little bit, boys? Should we hit the 4x? Or should we wait a little bit longer? We need this train to move, and it's got a red Whatever direction it's going to move, it's got a red here and it's got a red here. Let's speed up time. We'll give it like 10 minutes with time sped up, or should we give it like 20 minutes? X is on, as you can see by the time in the top left, and the PZB lights going crazy. So let's see, it's 8:40. I'll give it to like 9 a.m. in-game time. Should be about a few minutes. And we'll see if this light changes. It's only because I don't know if it's going to change or not. And I don't want to be sat here for actually 20 minutes just for it to be bugged. Have you tried to... Do you mean shunts, E2? I have done shunting in Train Sim World, and I really enjoy it. I genuinely really enjoy it. Which seems weird because it's like... boring. Or you would think it's boring. I don't know why, but I really enjoy it. Out of all trains, what would you like to see to be added to the game? Boring answer. Like the answer I give every time someone asks me what I'd like to see in the game. Simply because of where I've lived all my life and what I've known and what I've been around. I'd say the new underground D stocks. Or S stocks, I don't mind which one. Eurostar Lille to Brussels would be interesting. As long as it's not in tunnels. Oh! Oh, hello. Oh, hello. We've got the go-ahead. It would have been a 5-minute wait. I don't think I would have minded waiting 5 minutes. But see, this is the issue, people. This is the issue. I don't mind waiting 5 minutes. I would have done it. But because we know how this game is, because we know that these bugs exist, I didn't want to take the risk. So we've broken immersion a little bit, which I really don't like. I really don't like that. But I felt like I had no choice. It happened not too long ago. Well, let me not say it too long ago. Towards the end of the streams we were doing before, when we were doing TSW4 during the day, we played Long Island Railroad once. I don't know if you guys remember, but we got to... I don't remember what station we were terminating at, but it was the station before last, or the last station. And there was a red signal bug. So I can't take a gamble, man. Time is valuable. A high-speed line, but near a classic line. Can't be a good chance, and hell no, Navi. Hello, mate. I'll say hello. I won't say welcome to the stream. I'll say hello from now on. Assuming that you're always here, lurking. Oh, sweet frames. If the stream, like, messes up because of these frames and it using up my whole computer, we'll be back. I hope it'll be alright, though. How much RAM are we using? Oh, only 18 gig. 99% GPU though. I do not know what was using up all the RAM, man. I just have to assume it was just a load of mods that I had going. Same in the #1 spot. Let's go. I have watched Laserjet, yes, sir, E2. Not a full video, but I've seen some of his stuff. Yeah. Somebody saying gamble. It has been a while, hasn't it, Tim? You've grown back the balls since you lost him. To be fair, you did make a decent comeback. The Bill's #5. You know what? The Bill's #5 just by being here. Actually, no, he's not here like he used to be. If Nabil was here like he used to be, he'd be #1. Regardless of what anyone would win or gamble, Nabil would be #1. Such a nice and calm stream. Thank you, E2. That's usually the plan, man. That's usually the aim. Sometimes we get into ranting and complaining and frustration. But most of the time, got some lo-fi in the background. We're chilling, chatting, having a conversation, enjoying some trains, watching the scenery go by. By the way, we were at 18 FPS for a little while. Now we're back up to 53. Why? I've been looking at this scene. How have we gone from 18? And it was 18 for a little bit. It wasn't a stutter. It was 18 for a good 10-15 seconds before now it's at 56. It's the same scene. Nothing's changed. Oh boy. I'm not gonna say TSW don't change. Please change. Please change TSW. I do have a YouTube channel, yes, E2. Thank you very much, Nabil, for the command. I don't know, I seem to have the touch. Except all the times I lose right. You have the touch except when you don't, basically. Oh my god, I was in emergency brake. Why was I in I think I accidentally pressed... I think I accidentally just held the brake the wrong way. I held the wrong key. Nice. Pro streamer vibes. If this was Simrel, a dispatcher would have let this train go ahead of us. How many channel points do you have? Oh, you're honestly though, Nabil? Tim only being 30-something K away from you is bad. For real, for real. I think if you were like active as you used to be, you'd probably be not far from 200K. I do like this train, you know. I always forget its name. What is it again? 155. I love it. I don't love the frame rate right now. No, I don't want you. Oh, we're up to 19 gigabytes of RAM. To be honest, all I do is moan, but I do actually love TSW members. That's the thing, Simon. We all moan for the same reason. We love the game. We want it to be better. If we didn't give a toss about it, we'd be happy with whatever shit was shoveled to us. And we are being shoveled shit. It's just that we're not happy about it. Oh, hello, neutral section. Power off, right? Power off. Oh god, hello. That was scary. Circuit breaker closed. Or do we have to go to neutral? Do you go to neutral? And then circuit breaker close. Let's just panel graph is up. It should be. That noise was actually really loud in my headphones. Now we're in Austria, boys. Welcome to Austria. There's a lot of logs. I don't know one thing about Austria. They've got a lot of logs. Jesus Christ. A lot of trees. 6 hours stream when? I stream over 6 hours daily, Tim. What do you mean? You mean a 6 hour TSW stream? Have you made any reskins? I haven't made any reskins. No, I don't really dabble in Creators Club stuff, to be honest with you. Not much of an artist. I'm a sweat. I appreciate it though, Tim. The 155 is amazing, man. I love it, honestly. We drove it not too long ago, and it was just so peaceful, man. So peaceful. If you were streaming more simulation games like you used to do, yeah. Yeah, fair enough. valid. Thank you, Tim, for the Austrian welcome. E2, I stream 6 days a week, sometimes 7. So Tim, you stream easy. I mean, I could just be here until like 2 in the morning, my side. I don't want to do that though. And it's not the same streaming TSW at these times as compared to streaming it earlier in the day. Shadirail Valley. It's not really my type of game, E2. I haven't played it, so maybe if I play it, I'd really enjoy it. But I'm more just about, when it comes to certain games, I'm more just about realism, like pure realism, pure simulation. And Derail Valley is more like of an arcade game, which is completely fine. It's completely fine. It's just not my type of game, you know. And I don't really get much time to play games, to be honest. So, yeah. Back to mid-20s for the FPS. Okay, back up to 60, just like that. Great. I really wonder what's going on in the background. I don't know whether it's the game or my PC. I don't think it's my PC because I don't see this behavior when I'm playing GTA. And I played that in 4K, so... Hero Valley actually a decent physics simulation. I'll check it out again, but this is how it goes, yeah. I'll get these recommendations. I say, oh, I don't really feel them, I'll go after the stream onto the Steam page, and I'll probably take a look at them. Sometimes go to YouTube, watch a couple of videos, but then I'm like, yeah, I might just leave it. But the logistics are a bit arcadey. Yeah. I'll check it out, but not gonna make a promise. Fave train to drive TSW4. Class 465. I hear Steam in particular. What, Steam trains? Oh boy. Who's sending me emails at this time of night? Oh, Twitch. Steam and Hero Valley as well. Fair enough. In a good way. So if an arcadey type of game can get Steam right, why can't a fucking sim game not get it right? That's what I hear. Never actually played it. Fair enough. Well, I mean, if the masses are saying that, then it can only really mean one thing, innit? Sorry, E2. I said that the Class 465 is my favorite train to drive. No doubt. Pardon me. I love me some joint sounds. I've been missing them playing in Scotland. I don't know why the Scottish trains don't really have them. And we're back down to 19 FPS. It's the route. I don't know what it is in the route, but it's the route. Oh my god, 100% usage. I've never seen that. I've seen 99. I've never seen 100. my god, it's getting worse. Oh boy. 18, 17. Oh boy. How is it getting so much worse? And how is the stream still alive? Have you ever accidentally crashed in the game? Not crashed, but yeah, I've gone past red signals by accident. Yesterday being the most recent example. Yeah, I've never like crashed accidentally. I've done it on purpose for a YouTube shorts because I found it funny. But yeah, we've done many mistakes. Actually, no, I've derailed. By accident in my early days of playing TSW, back in TSW 2. How's it only 5 viewers? Just not many people about right now that are interested in train sim. Oh, are we lagging? It won't last long. We'll be back. It'll be smooth again very soon. There you go. Just the fact that the stream has survived is a miracle. But I'm pretty sure we're back now. Unless audio's gone, which is a favorite of Twitch. It's a very, very notorious favorite of Twitch. Thank you very much, Simon. I appreciate you hanging around, my man. It's been good talking to you. Bro, what's taking all your RAM? I've got 32 gigabytes of RAM, mate. We're only using less than half. Goes up a little bit during a route. I don't know exactly. I wish I knew E2. I know some of it is Streamlabs, OBS. But that's only like 2 gigs max. It's the game and like the mods I've got going, including the graphics one, which I think is the biggest culprit. But then it also makes the game look really nice, so I'm not gonna get rid of it. Here are all the trains, by the way. I mentioned earlier there's a lot of trains. So by default, you get the 111, the 4024, and the 185.2. Everything else is a layer. Before you choose a new route, could I see the timetable for Rosenham really quickly? Yeah. With the 111. With the 111. You know, I made a note, yeah? I made a note for myself to speak slower when I'm streaming. I made a note. And yeah, here we are. I guess I learned the hard way, innit? There is a lot of layers. 101. So, more or less, small variations, but more or less just over an hour for all of them. And they seem to be hourly, once an hour, more or less. This one's twice. There's 2 here. There's 2 in this hour. Okay. It seems to kind of change. So you got hourly in the evenings and early mornings, and then twice hourly in between. A decent, yeah, of course. So you got what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 or 15. I didn't expect it to end right there. It made me lose count. 14 or 15. With maybe add an extra hour with all the minutes. You've got almost 20 hours of route running. The stream is freezing, is it? Can anyone else confirm if the stream is freezing? It shouldn't be. Everything's good. It looks good on my phone, watching it back. Streamlabs isn't notifying me of any issues. Yeah, restart E2 if you can hear me. I don't know if you can. Because I can see it running fine, and it's running fine for me and Tim as well. So, yeah. So that's it for the 101. Yeah. It's also a shame I didn't get any mods for it. I completely forgot about the layers. I might just kind of have to get like all the German mods and enhancement packs whenever I play a German route. It's like I might as well at this point. I might as well get enhancement packs for all the German trains, and then just get route specific enhancement packs. All right, E2. Yeah, Tim, you're gonna have fun, my man. Right, onto the talents we go. Oh, there's not many. Oh, it's not lot. Oh, it's not. There's not really much that goes on here, is there? Bunch of 13, 14, I saw 18, I think. But they range from 12 to, okay, I don't know, maybe I didn't see 18. From 12 to 15 minutes. Fair enough. I mean, I think Simon did say they only go from Freilassing to Salzburg and vice versa. Okay. And that's a train that comes with the route, and it only runs for 15 minutes. 10 to 15 minutes. Really? That's just a layer. That's not really that's just a layer. Is it on the Steam page? It's like it's written in such a way as if to say it's like a full thing. Welcome back, E2. UK. So we're currently on GMT +1 / either GMT +1 or BST. They're both the same right now. I'll see if it comes until soon, but I'm definitely getting it over the Xbox 101. So yeah, like I said, save the... Honestly, I have found Samaritan to be tough to run performance-wise, you know. But yeah, save the 101 for a sale, without a doubt. I do like Samaritan. I think I prefer Salzburg Rosenheim though. I don't want to do one that's more than an hour. Preferably I need to get off at around 11:30 or so. Because we can do an hour and 6 minutes. I saw one an hour and 6 minutes. Oh, I'll say an hour and 3. Okay, we'll do one of these then. Oh, hour and 4. Do an hour and 3. Spotify doing everything in their power to make sure the free version of the app is as completely unusable as possible and does literally nothing the music app should reasonably do. Why? What have you been facing, Neville? I haven't watched the Olympics, no. I watched it. I was at an event and it was on the TV, so I watched it a little bit there, but that was literally it. Ah, music to my ears. It's been a while. It has been a while. I'd consider Semmering if it had more coach types, just like in class consulting, yeah. E2, the Twitch app on mobile isn't great, mate. You will have a better experience on a PC. What do I need to do for AFB to show up, by the way? If I turn it off.
RFB,
Ah.
RFB, RFB.
I'll make the train if they give it a bit in themselves. Because dovetail. Thank you, Tim. I was using the keyboard shortcut. I don't trust the button of AFB. AFB is always funky every time. It's always different. What's the biggest donation you ever got? £25, I think, or £20. That's 101 again. Do I have a switch on the 101 being directly in front of the emergency brake and goated? Now is them as the best donation. Yeah, I guess. Yeah, I've had. If we're talking just straight up money donation, 25 quid. I've had games donated. I've had, I guess, gifted subs donated. You can, it kind of, sort of, the door is wide open really, in what classifies as a donation. Wow, why is the train still speeding up? Oh, this has got the rubbish AFB version. AFB is a little broke. I can see. And it's been broken for a long time, I assume. Nothing's been done about it. He's not playing a game. He got donated. Yes, I did. I got donated Minecraft as well, but I don't play that. Wait, 62. Oh yeah, no, 100 kilometers an hour. Although it'll go back down to 50 anyway, so I might as well put it back down to 80. You got the yucky AFB. I did. I have indeed got the yucky AFB. Yes. RP Safe Shows. Safe Shows has been a ghost. Nice emote too. Sosnabel. It's a drought. It's a drought right now. Yeah, even Chuck's not here. Chuck stops by in the stream earlier, and I told him about considering doing like an early morning, well for me early morning TSW stream, and he was like, for like people like him basically who can't make this time, and he was like, that's literally the busiest time at his workplace. I was like, whoop. That's not gonna work then. I'll still consider it. At the end of the day, I can't. There's no time zone for everyone, you know. So it's gonna work for some. It's not gonna work for others. It sort of is what it is. You need to stream at 3 a.m. Oh no, that's the thing. Me streaming at 3 a.m. is someone's perfect time. Like my Aussies. How long haven't we seen an Australian on here? 3 a.m. my time would be perfect for them, probably. Oh, another 101. I need to do like a 24-hour stream and then note down who comes at what time and how long they're around for. Trying to find a CBD train in the train somewhere tycoon. What a mess. What a mess. Australia's casually being non-human. I know, right? Literally. Scary at the end. At the end of what, Tommy? Oh, hello. Oh, this AFB is so stiff. Yo, how is it that that game, Train Planet, how on earth does Train Planet, the demo of Train Planet, have a functional Ebula? And we're still here with Matt picking up pieces of excuses from his arsehole about why we can't have Ebula and TSW. It's a joke. Is that not an Unreal game as well, or is it Unity? Either way, we should have an Ebula in this game, man. No excuse. I tried to avoid doing that sound effect, Tim, I'll be honest. But yes. I can't take it serious after this collab at Fortnite. Hey, again, if they want to reach out to the youth, Unity, same as Simro then. I wonder what's going on with that game. There's no website, there's no forum, they don't upload any updates on Steam. Like, how do we figure out anything about this game or its developers? We don't have the resources. Let me have a little Google. Let's see if any new information has come out about Train Planet. Nope, got a Steam page. Nothing, man. No website, nothing. No forum. Scary, man. It's ominous. Mysterious. Let's open a Steam page. Let's see if there's anything new on a Steam page. Released to be announced. Just nothing, man. Nothing. The demo's good. Yeah, well, I mean, all demos are completely free. I'd be very intrigued as to why they would put a price on a demo if they did. You'll see some Fortnite NPCs at the stations. Oh my god. Oh my god. Like the bus games on Roblox, when you just see all these characters all in dress up. Very, very odd, man. Very odd. F1 24 is already 40% off. You can't play F1. You can't play F1 24 with a keyboard and mouse. Crazy. Hey, there he is. Hello, Mr. Carter. How are you, my man? Are you still training away? I hope so. Honestly, all of you guys, follow Carter and I'll follow him. His Train Sim Classic content is actually good and it's at 60 FPS. He doesn't do it like the others do at 20 and 15. The 20s if you're lucky. He will give you quality Train Sim Classic streams at 60 FPS, quality OMSI streams, all the quality streams. So go give Carter a follow, man. My chair was stuck on a cable. CK Sim Gaming, greetings, welcome. Well, Carter, I didn't manage to get into GTA tonight, so which I'm actually quite happy about. I love having a chill evening with trains. Thank you very much for the follow, much appreciated, CK. Thank you very much, my man. No, Carter, honestly, thank you. To see quality Trace and Classic content is rare, so thank you. And nobody streams it, so you're a man of the people. Like, actually, nobody streams Trace and Classic. A mix between Germany and Austria. Yes, I know the title says Austria, but I wanted to spice it up a little bit. This route features a border crossing, which is pretty cool. Not too much to see. It's not exactly like a toll like you get on a highway. But it's nice. It's nice. Hello, Irascible. Well, mate, well, if you stream it Irascible, I put my hands up, I apologize. But from what I've seen in the past, nobody streams it. So, yeah. CK also does TSW Classic, also quite recommended. SAP used but his PC is too old. Well, realistically, Trace Classic runs better on older hardware than it does on newer hardware, so that might be an advantage. But 4090 can't handle it. There you go, that makes perfect sense. Yes. That genuinely actually makes sense. Apparently Dovetail are doing some upgrades here and there with their engine, but I remember their last big update deleted everyone's progress. I shouldn't laugh, but innit, we'll see. We'll see how the whole DX12 and this and that goes. I'm too familiar with Dovetail and Train Sim World that I know their ways, so yeah, that's the reason for my doubts. Severely underpowered for DTG content. Valid. Actually valid.
Receiver.
I don't like it when my water starts to get hot. Oh no, not you as well, Carter. Thank you very, very much for the follow, Sap. I guess I'll call you Sap. Carter calls you Sap, so I'll call you Sap too. There you go, lads. Sap streams CSW as well sometimes, and also CK. So there's some people to follow. Seeing as you're all mad at me for not streaming TSW like I used to. Cool that you do no Pixel. Dab with GTA roleplay now and then myself, but not for a while. Oh, hello! Someone actually interested in no Pixel, aside from Tim. Hello, CK. You will listen. It's 6 days a week, mate. During the day. I don't know what time zone you're in, but hey, you'll enjoy yourself. We have a good time. Sap is fine. Okay. There's only one Adnan though. There is only one. What can I say? I mean, luckily my name seems to be very unique. So yes, indeed, the one and only Adnan that has all of a sudden stopped streaming TSW in Simroll during the day. Hello, Dan. Right, who do I need to be out for Sim? Everyone's been good today. Everyone's been well behaved, Dan. Thank you very much. I'll retain your services for another day. Thank you, Carter, for boosting the views. I've been sitting at 4 all evening, and then we got up to 15. That was nice. By the way, sorry, I haven't actually introduced what we're doing. So we're carrying a freight train. What we're carrying exactly, I don't know. Just some cargo in a 185.2 from where did we start? I don't know where we started, but we're going to Salzburg. The service as a whole started at Maschen, but we're going to Salzburg. Let's get a nice little shot of the train going past, shall we? From a bridge? How about that, from a bridge? That's a new one. Am I going to make it in time? Yes, we are. Oh, shut up. Oh, hello. Are you talking for me? Are you where? Sorry, mate. All joking aside, I can't play GTA 5 at the moment. My 7800 X3D. Sat. I have... What do I have? Can somebody type exclamation mark system, please? I don't remember what I have. I think I have the 7800 X3D, and I had the exact issue you're talking about. Now, you're going to hate me for this, because I no longer had the problem, but I don't know what I did. Okay, maybe not exclamation mark system. What is it? What could it be? Not system. If not system, what else? Specs? No, that's too obvious. That's too easy for me. I'm too dumb for that. Oh my god, let me check Nightbot. What is it? Wait. I worked it out the other day and I was gonna change it and I forgot. Hold on. It's gonna be, oh, please don't be something silly. All these that you're saying make too much sense for me. You have to understand my brain is very simple. Setup. There you go, setup. Okay, so I have a 5800 X3D. Which is one step below yours, isn't it? And I had the exact same issue. Didn't play for a few months. Then I tried it. Basically, I wanted to start playing this last August, I think. Was it last August? No, sorry. February, March. Around that time. February, March. Earlier this year. Bro. 720p. Minimum settings. I couldn't get above 10, 15, 20 FPS. I couldn't figure out for that. I would go on Google. I did everything I would see on Google, on Reddit. Nothing. Forgot about it. Uninstalled GTA 5 completely. Maybe that was it. I uninstalled GTA 5 completely and 5M. And then decided to give it another go. So I installed everything again. GTA 5 and 5M. And it just works. I wish I could give you a fix, because I know how badly I wanted one. All I can say is what could have done it was uninstalling and reinstalling again. I didn't do anything else to my system. Oh no, you had an ad the whole time I was talking. Oh no. Oh no. More stat points. Congratulations, Sat. I now have stat points apparently. Yes, I'll need to add that to I'll need to add that to my Nightbot. Right, so Sap, I was saying I would get at 720p. Bear in mind I have a 3080 Ti alongside the 5800 X3D. At 720p minimum settings, I couldn't go above 20 FPS no matter where I was in the city. Made no sense. Deleted the game, uninstalled the game alongside with 5M. Forgot about it for a couple months. Tried again maybe 2 months ago. And so I installed GTA 5 again, installed 5M, and it just worked. So all I can say is try uninstalling and reinstalling everything. But I looked on Reddit, Google, to try and find the answer, and nobody knew why. Nobody knew why the issue occurred. I mean, CK, it would have had to be a hell of a patch, right? If performance on PC was that bad. I didn't know what I didn't check GTA Online, but I assume it was just the whole of GTA. It's just one of those PC things. It's just one of those PC things, man. Mystery, exactly. I didn't struggle that PS8 runs fine that way. As well, I could have used to listen to the CPUs that goes through the roof. That is very odd. That is very odd. Is it worth using like a different software to do your readings, or maybe how is your CPU usually in other games? Because if it was just that issue, I would say it might be like a cooler problem, whether you use like a liquid or an air cooler. But if it doesn't happen in other games and only GTA, I don't even know what to tell you, my man. Is it maybe that the GPU's getting hot and it's making the case hot, in turn making the CPU hot? If you are using an air cooler. But I think I get like 20 to 30% if I'm not mistaken, usually. It jumps to 40 with my CPU. Not too dissimilar to what I've got right now going on. But the jumps are a little bit more aggressive. My GPU is getting really hot. It shouldn't be getting that hot, but it is at 99% usage, so that kind of makes sense. Yeah, it's GTA specific. Liquid cool. Okay, yeah, then it's just a GTA problem. Do you play on 5M? Could be a server side issue. Is that with VSync on as well? I play with VSync, yeah. I always have VSync on. The only time I don't have VSync on is when I'm playing like VR games. At least GTA 6 will run fine on it. You'd hope so, innit? Well, bear in mind, boys, that GTA 6 will come when it will come on consoles. We need to wait. How long did we need to wait for GTA 5? Was it 2 years? I think we waited 2 years for GTA 5 to drop on PC. So, yeah. A while indeed. It was a while indeed. For a game as big as GTA, waiting to run it, you know, at a mad resolution, at crazy, you know, settings, at crazy FPS, that wait felt extra long. Not like I had a beastly PC at the time anyway, but it was better than PS3. Oh, sorry, better than... was it better than PS4? I think it was better than PS4. I meant for Sam. Oh, okay. No need to run 300 FPS. No PC. 260. Yeah, good point. Yeah, if you're... Yeah, unless you're using VR, there's no need for VSync, really. Sorry, there's no need to have VSync off. It should be on. For comparison, Cyberpunk on full settings, full ray tracing, etc. and CPU gen barely gets higher than the mid-60s. Wow. Wow. But you also have a 4090, which I'm sure helps a lot. I'm sure it helps a lot. You have a hell of a system, Jesus. And then first on PS3, then it came on Xbox One and PS4. There was a while until it came out on PC. It was very staggered and a bit messy. I guess it also didn't help that the consoles were all releasing. That was all helter-skelter as well, the whole console stuff. It's VSync and FPS limit to 60. That makes 0 sense then, my man. 0 sense. VSync just ensures that the frames, as far as I understand it, somebody corrects me if I'm wrong, it matches the game's frames, like how often things are changing on the screen, with your screen's because your screen also has like a refresh rate, where a rate at which it refreshes the panel. It makes sure that the game renders the frames at the same thing, so that there's no tearing. I can move freely around, and there's no tears, there's no breaks. If VSync was off, and the timings were off between the game rendering the frames and the screen refreshing, you'd see tears, like literal tears. Let's see if we can get some of that going on as a live example. So VSync off. First things first, FPS increases because there's no longer a limit. You're no longer limited by your screen. So your FPS is unlimited basically as far as your GPU can push. But I don't know if you can see, but I can just about tell on my side when I'm moving quickly that there's tears. Sometimes just driving, like just being on like a chill scenario in front of you like this, you can see sometimes tears. So it's just about smoothness basically. I don't know if I've explained it well at all. I tried my best. Thank you very much for the follow. Takes me a while to get the name. CP 2009 and thank you for the follow. Nice name. I even tried downgrading DirectX at 10.1 inches per second with no join. I don't think that would. I think that would have the opposite effects. I would think. I don't know. Like when I play Train Simulator. Yes, Tommy. Precisely that, my man. It happens a lot in Train Sim Classic. If you don't have if you don't have VSync on, there's a lot of tearing. So VSync on, it all in all smooth. Nice for your eyes, smooth butter, and your GPU's not pushing for its life. Turn MSA off to, like I said, sir, I had everything minimum. What could be off was off. Other than that, everything was low. All the thing with bars were all off, and 720p, my man. So it wasn't just, oh, the hardware can't run it sort of thing. And you already know your hardware is more than capable of running GTA 5 realistically. All I can say is just try uninstalling or reinstalling, man. It's a hell of a time to wait for the installation, being over 100 gigabytes now, but it could be worth it, man. It depends on your download speed in it, really, but yeah. When someone follows, it's like top 5 scariest jump scare you know. Well, that was sort of like the kind of aim, train related, but also, well, it was meant to make me jump, but it doesn't really work. I need to make it louder in my ears. The thing is, I don't know how to make it louder for me and not louder for you guys, so maybe it will scare the shit out of all of us if I turn it up. Ever change the processor affinity for Task Manager? I don't recall doing so, Sat. I don't recall doing so. CP, yes. I am planning on buying TSW5. Will it be my smartest purchase I've ever made? No. But hey, content. That was the excuse I used for TSW4 and I'm using it again. Again, we haven't seen many trains coming the other way, have we? To be fair, it's a fairly quiet time in the day, but we should still see a fair bit, I would hope. I don't think it'll be too bad if you think about it in a different way. What, TSW5? I'm interested in hearing your different way. I've got my own reasons that are like legit, like not taking the piss. I have genuine reasons for why I want to buy it, but I'm interested in hearing what you have to say first, TK. Over the past couple of years, it's been a little difficult to justify buying a newer iteration of TSW. I mean, if TSW5 wasn't coming out, would you buy the West Coast main or it's coming out? CK, I've got everything, mate. I've got all the DLCs. So, yes. I mean, I had this conversation a little bit earlier in the stream. When we say TSW5, what is TSW5? Realistically, we're just buying 3 routes. Minimum. The base game is 3 routes. So when you think, and yes, you're buying the new features and you're buying the key for newer routes down the line. Fair enough. But in terms of the base game, it's really just 3 routes. Because, let's be real, it's going to be the same game. But you're getting good value. You're paying the price of 2 routes, or 1 and a bit. Maybe 1 and a loco DLC. Pardon me, for 3 routes. So it's good value in terms of that. It just becomes an issue when you bring preference in. Maybe somebody doesn't want to buy those 3 routes. Maybe they want another 3 routes, but Dovetail forces you to buy those 3 routes. That was a big issue with TSW4. Not everyone wanted the East Coast mainland. Not everyone wanted Vorarlberg. Not everyone wanted the US route. But hey, if you have a choice, it's probably going to cost what TSW4 costs, to be honest. I'm not expecting it to be anymore. I'll be very disappointed. Well, further disappointed in TSW if it does cost any more. Basically 3 new routes for a smaller price. Problem is that they promise things that don't really add to the game, like the suspension. And we don't yet have the full editor yet. Remember that? Editors finally come in, all this noise. It's very limited. We can't even cook stuff yet. That's how you share stuff. We can't, what's the point? What actually is the point in the current editor when you can't share anything? People have made trains, they've made routes, but they can't share them. But the suspension stuff, diabolical. That was a devious play from Dovetail, honestly. Genuinely, that was treacherous. To have a feature that you use to sell someone something, to take someone's money for something, and now not bring it in? That's treacherous behavior, man. It's just something like a real thing. I'm not seeing any official. There hasn't been an official announcement, SAP. But if you've been around the TSW community for long enough and you've seen TSW's ways, it's confirmed. All the leaks that came out a couple of weeks ago were addressed by staff on the Dovetail forum saying the material was legit and it was leaked by a beta tester, and they're trying to find out which beta tester it was. And Dovetail Direct, which is coming on August the 20th, the live stream, is usually when they announce the next TSW. And there's one coming on the 20th of this month, so I'm still waiting for the DB4. Oh boy. So are we, CP mate, so are we. Yeah. Although, can I blame TSG for that? I don't know. TSG are a very small team. Mike tries his best. He has a very short temper, bless him, but he tries. The 218 took a while. We finally got it. I wanted a bit more out of it, but it is what it is. We're still waiting for the 420. Yeah, I suppose, but for me, I'd get the UK route, which is 30 quid on its own. It's might be 30 quid at most, 39.99 to a new game version. I think bad to me. That's just what I thought about. You know, that's fair. That's fair. My thing is, and I've been saying recently, if it makes logical sense, don't expect it from TSW. Wouldn't it make logical sense to have the TSW5 base game, yeah, but on whatever store you buy it, Steam, PS, Microsoft, whatever it is, you choose TSW5, and then there's like a prompt that says, you get a prompt that says, you need to choose 3 routes. But the 3 routes could be any routes. They could be the core routes or the older routes. Wouldn't that just make sense? Wouldn't that just make sense? Choose the base game, and then it's up to you what 3 routes you buy. It makes a bit too much sense. It makes a bit too much sense, unfortunately. Those all don't like sense. I love the EC420. The ET420, I haven't seen that train. Does it operate in Germany? I think TSW5 might have a God mode, which some people wanted. It's looking that way. It's looking that way. Unless we've been sold a dream, and that's only part of a scenario again. Oh boy, hello. Oh dear frames. Oh dear frames. Oh boy. I'm going to wait before I continue talking, because I don't know if the stream's going to be stuttering. I'm going to look down. Yes, let's look down. We're getting 60 FPS while I look down. Right, I can continue talking. I've got to say, yeah, so I don't know whether it was part of a scenario or if it was actually a feature, but it's looking like it's going to be a feature. Also, some of our buses used to have these exact seats. Can I look up now? Is it safe? Okay, it's better. Hello, 363, little cutie. Yeah, the God mode is a great addition, but it's not good. It's not good. Yeah, okay, well, that's exactly what I was saying, CP. Yeah. I don't. That's the thing. We've seen it. We don't know anything about it yet. ET420 is the BR420. Okay, then. Fair enough. Thank you for letting me know. I mean, I'd like it if they did what they do with Trace of Classic. Base game gets upgrade. CK, my guy. Again, they don't do logic. That would be the most logical. Listen, people have been asking Dovetail to go about TSW that way for years. They don't want to do it. They know listen, Dovetail chase money. They know if they do yearly upgrades like they do with TSC, they're not going to make money. If they force your hands, they force your money. That's the way Dovetail operate. Trace'em Classic is in terms of it's like the way it's sold, it's perfect, man. It's perfect. I do have the Black Ball branches route, yes, CP. I've got every route, every trade, every DLC. Maybe just trades might make it compatible with Black Ball, for example. Listen, whatever Just Train such seems to be magic, so I'd have high hopes for it if it was the case. Like God mode to be available for almost every UK route. I don't know. Listen, they keep teasing us with God mode in scenarios, right? Showing us that it's possible. We done a scenario yesterday on Cathcart Circle, I think it was, with the Class 380, where you had to keep the brake temperature high, and and there was like a gauge showing the brake temp. And if it would get too low, the emergency brakes would be applied. And when you would apply the brakes would heat up. And it's like, hey, you guys can do these sort of things. Why can't they just be normal? In the London Overground Line route, there's a scenario where it floods. Why can't we get floods? Why can't that be a normal thing? Why does it have to be a scenario? There's a couple of other things that I've mentioned recently that I can't think of the top of my head, but there's a lot of examples of things that they bring in scenarios that show they can do it and just don't include it in the timetable mode. Oh, live weather, my guy. Why? I love dynamic weather as a feature. If you've used it in TSW, you'll know 80 to 90% of the time it ends up raining. Not just raining. It could be blue skies like this, and then instant thunderstorm. The transitions are rough, and 80 to 90% of the time, they end in rain. OMSI's a game from over a decade ago. It has live weather. The bus, as crappy as it's being handled by the devs, that's an Unreal game. If you want to talk Unreal modern day, cool. That's an Unreal game a modern day game that's got live weather. It's frustrating, man. And I'll bring back the word once again, the magic word of the day, every day when it comes to TSW: potential. So much potential that goes unexplored, man. Playing with no HUD is scary, man. Yeah, those would love to see a multiplayer mode or even an automatic guard that would close the door with a standard buzzer. Automatic guard, I'm down with. Here's my thing with multiplayer. It would be great. We've seen it in Simro. I absolutely adore the multiplayer function in Simro. It works very well over there for two reasons. One, you've got a 500 square kilometer route with various different services: high speed, local, freight, intercity, and everything in between. And two, you've got dispatchers, players that can play as dispatchers. Now, there are only a handful of routes that TSW would do well with multiplayer in. Routes that are busy and routes that are long. There aren't too many of those of that combination in the game. That's my thing with multiplayer in TSW. So we keep going with no HUD until we like hit a red signal, or not a red signal, hit a get done by PZB or something. The issue is I don't know where we're meant to stop. I think Glossoplan had the guard, but it did. Yeah, that was the first one. And then Long Island Railroad 2 also had a scenario. That was much more in depth, much more in depth. That was like an hour of just guarding. But it needed a lot of polish. It needed a lot of polish. I enjoyed doing the Glossop line one more. There was a multiplayer in TSC kinda, but you didn't actually see your player in the game. They were on the map that was only in the third party app. I guess it's better than nothing. I guess you could work with that, but it's just not multiplayer, is it really, man? Have you had a go at Simro at all, CK or CP or any of you guys that have joined us tonight? I don't have Long Island Railroad 2, so I never tried it. It's worth a pop, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't enjoy it on release day. I had a really bad day with the release stream was not fun. But I gave it another chance. Ended up really bloody enjoying it. You can actually play as guard with a Scott Roll 3 on 4 in a Cathcart circle line. Right, but you kind of force it, isn't it? You kind of like make it happen. You don't. It's not like a feature, basically. But a lot of the trades now that are being released have access to like the guard mode stuff, the guard stuff, sorry. The class 380, for example. Simro showed how it's done really well. Exactly. I think people got to like sort of be prepared if TSW was to ever bring in multiplayer as it is, as the game is right now, it would not be the same. Don't have Simro. Thought about giving it a go, CK? I guess it's a very niche-y thing. So do I, Carter. So do I, my man. So do I, man. We've been waiting forever. It's a catch-22, isn't it, with games these days? Either you wait forever and get a quality DLC or update, or you get updates every month, but they're trash. So it's like, what poison do you pick? CP, I don't know much about the Portuguese railways. I don't know much about the Portuguese railways, so I can't give you an opinion. Maybe you can tell me a little about them, or you can give me a couple interesting facts. Driving a German train HUDless is a hell of a task, eh? For someone who doesn't drive without a HUD, going HUDless in a German train, in German freight nonetheless. Boy, oh boy. One day I'll get Simro, just not give him, he's just not giving me that push it. That's completely fair. That's completely fair. I found that I got quite bored of it. Which is weird because I had such like high I spoke very highly of it. I've always spoken very, very highly of Simro. I've always said Simro over TSW any day of the week. But here I am playing TSW and not Simro. And I can't tell you why. I can't tell you why. There's something that TSW has that Simro doesn't. And I think Simro will have it, just doesn't have it right now. But, listen, being able to do a 4-hour plus run is sick. Being able to communicate with other players, see other players, is sick. Being able to dispatch for AI and dispatch for players, and communicate as like there's features that are just incredible. It just needs a bit more time though. Give it another year or two, it'll be up there. Oh boy, here's the yellow and I don't know what it means. It means slow the fuck down. Okay, I can't see what brake. Oh boy, we got a red coming. Oh boy. And this is why I use the HUD. We'll be alright, we'll be alright. Have to be very hard on the brakes there. Probably just let the train coast all the way to the red. I guess we've caught up to a local service then. No, there's one coming our way. Oh no, yeah, here it is. Okay, so basically we have 2 fast trains. We have 2 fast trains, the Intercity and the Alpha Pendulo. The Alpha Pendulo basically a Pendolino train, and that's 220 kilometers an hour. God damn. It's made by Fiat. Wow. Okay, I would not have guessed Fiat also make trains, but yeah, fair enough. If this time we had multiplayer, I'll just troll Carter basically. Well, I'm not gonna lie, we have had some. We have had a little bit of naughty fun on Simro here in the stream with a couple of viewers. That one day was more than enough. I've had my fix for multiplayer trolling. Trolling Cardo would be fun though. I think that would be an enjoyable time. Sometimes I play some games more. I don't know why. Then after a month I play more another one. You know what, Domi? I miss my young self who would just be in love with one game, and I would dedicate my life to that one game. I'd dream it, I'd eat it, I would drink it, I would bathe in it, I would play it. It was just my life. I miss those times. I miss having that burning passion. Like, I'd play Euro Truck Simulator 2 just a whole day, man. And you couldn't pay me to get bored of it. You couldn't pay me to get bored of it. That's why it's my second most played game after GTA. Simro, yeah, always same train, the same route. It gets bored after a while. The thing is, Carter, you could do the same train. You could do the same routes with the same train at the same time. But because of the multiplayer aspect, it could be different, and I would always praise that. Maybe there'd be delays, maybe there'd be some issues on the line because of some players or whatever it may be, you know. But even that, I don't know. That's why I say it doesn't make sense to me that I sit here saying I've gotten bored of Simro. I'd probably jump on it and do a run, and it would be okay, but I can't play it like I used to. I made a decision before I moved away from my old place to play it more than I played Train Sim World on stream. Like I was really on fire for it, but I don't know, man. I think it's just a lack of freshness, honestly. Just a lack of freshness. Like you drive the ET22. I mean, as the ET22 came out, from the moment it came out, I was saying on release day, that 11-hour stream we did, it wasn't much different to a lot of the logos that we already had in the game. Yes, it was a bull. It had power. But in terms of driving style and like the looks inside and outside, it wasn't too much different from what we already had. And we're gonna get this extension, and I hope it will suck me back into it, but I think I'll have my fun with it for like a month tops, and then I don't know, man, maybe I'll be back in this position. Yeah, it was why Southern Bell got boring for me when the minute just London to Brighton. Just back and forth. I mean, we've got London to Brighton on here, modern day, of course, and I don't play it often, so it's fun when I do play it, but I can see it getting boring if I was to do it constantly. Alpha Pendula is at the ECR 450 from Italy. Alpha Pendula is an old ET 470 maybe. I need to have a look at this. Just the fact that Fiat are the sort of the creators behind it is enough for me to be interested. Grand Utopia map's quite fun too. I wasn't familiar with it. I played the Rhine map, yeah, the 1-to-1 one. All my recent ETS, yes, I'm plugging myself. All my recent ETS videos, TK, were on the Rhine map. The last few live streams of ETS2 have all been on that map. I've been really enjoying it. I've visited all the cities now except one. Not cities, but you know what I mean, towns. It's an amazing, amazing, amazing map. An amazing map. I haven't played Grand Utopia though. Is it fictional? I don't really like fictional stuff. I kind of stay away from it. Now I think it's a 460, 470. I'm not familiar with either, to be honest, so it's all new to me. The Intercity is also a fast train, but it stops at more places. I think 460 is for Trenitalia, 470 is for Cisalpino. Milan to Switzerland. Ooh, Milan to Switzerland. Ooh. Is that as saucy as it sounds? Sounds like that would be a hell of a route, man, scenery-wise. Just driving it on something like ETS2, it's a really nice driving from South Italy to Switzerland. In a train, I can only imagine it being 10 times better. Because you're more away from civilization. Shy POV. If you know, you know. Shy's videos are amazing. I love them. And he needs to upload soon. Every time that guy doesn't upload, I think he's dead. Here in Portugal, the Intercity is normally operated by CP Series 5600 from the Siemens Eurosprinter family. He has a fictional map, but 1-to-1. Can it be fictional and 1-to-1? I guess the time is 1-to-1. But it's good, some nice stuff in it. It's based on an island in the Meds. That's pretty. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. It's updated quite often. That's one complaint about Ryan I have. It doesn't get updated as often as I would like. I understand that. Good things take time. That's fair. But I want more updates. Naturally. It's good quality. When we eat sweet stuff, we want more and more and more of it, even though we know it's not healthy. Another train from SPV from Milan to Frankfurt. Ooh! That sounds like it'd be. Oh boy, here we. Oh, yes, boys. Jesus Christ, let me look down. Oh my god, even looking down. Okay, here we are, 60 FPS. Oh, I didn't want to come to a stop. Yeah, random video is so fun. It's fun because you control people by putting the camera at one of the German railway stations, let's say. Or is it, you know what? And it's got a train that we have here. We have in transit mode. Oh my god. Oh my god. Jesus Christ. I have to look down. If I look up, the stream will start like stuttering. What if I look back? Oh, that's much better. Oh no, it's not. Oh no, it's not. Oh hello. Oh look at this. We missed it because of the bloody frames that are now fine. Oh, we are up to 22 gigabytes of RAM though. Jesus. For me, the train with the best sound in Portugal is CP 2400, and then it's been underground M199. I've seen a lot of like requests to dovetail for a Portuguese route for TSW. Is there none for Train Sim Classic? Not as far as I'm aware. The Milan Franco is operated by the new Pendolino. One Scout map is quite large now, so you can do quite big. It'll take an hour or two to do. Well, I have my map combo. My map combo for my ETS2 profile with pro mods and like 100 files. No kidding. What do you mean by that? I did not know. I did not know we were under restriction. I'm not gonna lie. Right, we didn't need to do anything for that neutral section. We are now in Austria, by the way, boys. As you can tell once again by the logs, Austria has a lot of trees. Look at all those logs. Okay. It's alright. It's alright. Don't worry about it. It's alright. We're good. You're alright. You're alright. You're alright. Yes. 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 Okay. Yes. Thank you. Didn't hear it the first, second, third, or fourth time. Thank you very much for saying it the fifth time. I'm very well, thank you, Russian person on YouTube. I can't pronounce your name, I'm sorry, but I'm doing very well, thank you. How are you? Welcome back, Tim. Aussie roots to be nice. And then I've heard that too, you know. I've actually heard that too. I miss all my Aussies. Where are they gone, man? Come back. Don't worry about the time zone. It's alright. I know it's like 7 AM right now, but don't worry about it. It's alright. Tim, I hear that in my nightmares, mate. Yeah, it's have to get the layering right. We have all those maps. Well, CK, sorry, I was talking with tonight. So I've got my this combo from end to end. We're talking real life time, maybe 7 to 8 hours, real life time. And speaking of get the layering right, as far as I'm aware, for the maps, they're layered correctly. So maybe it's one of my other mods. I've got a ton of other stuff as well. That's not map related, except for some of them are company related, which may or may not have an effect. But I have an issue that means I don't play ETS2 right now, where there are invisible walls. Now, it was only in the UK that it was affecting me, but I'm now experiencing it in France as well. So I just said, you know what, I can't do this. Because I just can't, they're invisible. And I'll use the zero key, the zero camera to like fly. Oh boy. I want to see this train go by. I don't understand what it is with the FPS. I'll be in one. Look, now we're back up to 60. Now we're back up to 60. So what was why did we need to go to 18? What was the need to go to 18? Anyway. So yeah, I'll teleport just in front of the invisible wall to crash into another one. Then I'll teleport again just to crash into another one. And then it could be cool for about 20 minutes. And then we start hitting the walls again. I wish I knew what it was. I don't, and it's an L, man. So I'm going to wait until 1.51 comes out so that I can have the 1.50 maps updated as high as they're going to go for 1.50. Be as best as they're going to be. And then I'll do my thing. Because right now I'm still at 1.49 for that exact reason. Angry train you got there. Cardar, it's just German trains, mate. That's how German trains are. They have a lot of attitude. God forbid you make a mistake in one of these bad boys. Been trying out an Aussie map 2. That's 1 to 2 scale. That's what we're driving on out. Ooh. That's what ATS have. But makes sense. Makes sense. Have you got some road trains as well to go along with them? I had the privilege to enter an upper pendular cab when it was at 220 kilometers an hour. So fast I got sick of the overhead wires passing over us. That is a hell of an experience. Some of you lot's experiences of trains are awesome, man. The most I've done was get into the cab of an underground train as it was stopped. That was it. And that was only because of work. It was like a favor that somebody did for me. Done. Oh, we get some couples as well. Shall we do this properly? Shall we actually do this properly? Put her into neutral. Here's something you can't do in TSC. Unfortunately. This really feels like a proper hub. Stand on the step. There we go. Nice. Oh, and we continue. How do I get down? I genuinely can't get down. Oh, okay. I just press E even though there's no prompts. Oh boy, sweet. See, look, now the frames are acting up. What in the devil? What's causing it? Right, where do we need to go? Right over there. Hey, we're gonna move like a rocket now with no weight behind us. Shunting signal activated. So apparently I don't need to hold this button, according to the bill. I'll believe him. Brakes are off. There we go. Wait, there's no power. Right. Fan off raised. MCB closed. Let me guess. AFB is the culprit. Let me turn it on. AFB is the culprit, isn't it? It's not for once. Wow. I think you can get the road trains as mods. I've seen other people use them. Yeah, I've seen those like very popular YouTube videos. So I do this in TSC, no problem. Oh, really, CK? Derail Valley Vibes. That's the second time it's come up. Maybe I need to give it a go. I don't know why we're not moving, by the way, boys. Oh, right, we're in neutral. That would be why. It had nothing to do with poor AFB. Sorry, AFB. We are in neutral. That would be it, you would think. Okay, right, we're now in forward, so oh, there we go. She's alive. I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna hold this button just in case. Because I'm not gonna waste the last hour of my life. I have a bucket of gravel and shake it by the mag to emulate footsteps and use the camera to pretend to walk. Right, so that idea. You know, hey, you do what you need to do for the immersion, mate. You do what you need to do. I respect it. I respect it. I like it. But sometimes I did the sound effects, but I kept being told I sounded like I was eating crisps. So there you go. Yeah, fair. You know what? I need to start doing sound effects for my RP, for the roleplay. That'll be a good start. I need a stream deck. That's what I need. I need me a stream deck. Don't forget to hold down piece of beauties. Thank you, Sim. Well, Nabil says there's no need for it if there's a shunting signal, but I've done it through a shunting signal while the main signal was red, and it ended my my whole run. And I personally hate the piece of B. I wanted to be 85 from nowhere near 160. Well, it's not from nowhere, CP. There is logic behind it. It just takes. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna say I understand it fully. Like I said yesterday, I know. Pardon me. I know what I need to. I see a yellow, I hit acknowledge. Sometimes I needed to press acknowledge. Sometimes I didn't need to press it. I press it anyway. I see a speed sign, I hit acknowledge. Most of the time, I don't need to press it, but I press it anyway. It saves me the hassle. Costs me 1 click. However much of my energy reserve that uses up. And I get by. What the signals mean exactly, I don't know. I know 1000 hertz, I know 500 hertz magnets, I know the speed you need to slow down to, I know that you need to acknowledge them, I know that you can release. I know what I need to know, really. The game still counts them as stop signs, unfortunately. Stop signals. But you know what, though? Sometimes I've gone through them, Tim, without doing that, and it's been fine. Just lack of consistency in it. Oh, those are some nice liveries. Sweet. Not really a fan of that livery. I'm assuming it's maybe a limited edition one. Don't get screamed at either. That's what I want to avoid, getting screamed at. That's the goal. With German trains, with PZB, the goal is just to avoid getting screamed at, really. Hello, Constable Dude. Howdy. I am ending the stream. But welcome. Touristic. It was this one. Orient. It just went. Orient short. Let me see if I can find it. Gotta wait till it loads because you can't. There's no option to actually go back and forth. This one. Oh well, of course. What is the point in showing me those and then not allowing me to click that particular one? Well, I don't know where the one is that I saw specifically. Oh, this one. This thumbnail. It looks really cool. I'm guessing it's like an old school. I'm guessing it's an old school. An old school. Well, it looks pretty old school. The DB font kind of gives it away. I'm sorry, Constable Dude. I love it. Yeah, it looks really nice. It does look really, really nice. Kind of 80s? Yeah, more or less. More or less. It does look like that. I think the Nidatalban 628 has DB in that font, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm going to leave it there, my people. Thank you very much for being a part of the stream. It's been a pleasure hanging out with you guys tonight. Thank you very much for being here, for talking, holding conversation. It was very lonely at the beginning. There was no one here. Nobody. I was by myself talking away. So it's great to have some company right now. Thank you, CK. Thank you to everyone that follow as well. CP, SAP, CK, Carda, thank you very much for the raid as well. Really appreciate that. Yeah, so with these streams, it's literally 50-50. Sometimes I decide to, yes, I'm going to play TSW in the evenings. Other times it's because I can't get into the GTA server. No Pixel is very, very popular, and there's a limited capacity, so sometimes you just can't get in after the server restarts. So just follow me, and just if you see me on the side, if you're on PC, and I'm playing the game you like, feel free to come along. um, yeah, CK, honestly, some of them are a lot of fun. Some of them are just very, very, very chill and quiet. Today was more chill. A couple of days ago, we were involved in a police chase. Our character is in a gang, so that's the reason that sometimes it's calm. That's also the reason sometimes it's hectic. But it's always different. It's different every day, which I like. So yeah, I appreciate you guys so much. Have a lovely rest of your day. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. Health is wealth. And I'll catch you guys on the next one. Thank you. Take care. Peace out. I'll see you guys soon.